Hey everybody, Gourley here with a brand new game out called Pivvot. I thought I'd show it to you guys. I was able to get a little bit access to it, and I've been playing a little bit, and it is, well, difficult, I guess is one easy way to put it. There's a few different variants of the game. There's Voyage, Endless, Expert Voyage, Expert Endless, and Berserk. When I saw the post about this game, Berserk looked really interesting, but I need to unlock Voyage, Endless, Expert Voyage, and Expert Endless to play it. And the first time I played through it, I started on Voyage, and it didn't seem too difficult at first, but it really ramped up, and I was using the Xbox controller, which was unforgiving on the controlling, I thought. I've turned down the volume a little bit on this and the sensitivity just because how sensitive it was on the controller. The guy who made this, Whitaker Trebella, I believe his name is, he has made music in the past for different games, and then he just made this game. He has some text here. Absolutely enormous, incredible. Thank you to my wife. That's really nice. And then everybody that tested it as well. I'll stop at this, so you can get some website. And then I'll also put in the description of this video his Twitter and other information. Let's go to Endless. And it sounds very easy. This is the longest I've lasted, is 19 seconds. To beat it, you gotta last 100 seconds. And I always forget, if you hold right, it's clockwise, and left is counterclockwise. This game kind of reminds me of Tetris in the way that it's kind of puzzly, and there is things that come up, and your brain kind of freezes at inopportune moments, and you realize at the last second that you're going to go down. The only thing about Tetris, though, is you had a slow death, unlike that, which is very, very quick and painful, because now I have to start back over, and I had gone to a new high right there at 23 seconds. So I'm really going to try to unlock the 100 seconds. I don't know if I'll ever be able to do it at the pace that I'm going at. I don't feel like I'm getting any better. But maybe I am, maybe I'm not. As you can see, this game is super easy to make mistakes on, and this is kind of the game that I've been looking for. Something that you can just pick up in a quick minute, learn how to play. The controls are super easy with just being left and right, and the concept of it is really simple too. A child could probably be much better than me at this. I haven't given it to my child to play yet for that reason. She'd probably be, oh geez, that's one I haven't run into yet. So the idea of the game is super simple, and the controls are also super simple, but it's incredibly addicting. The first night that I got access to it, I sat down and I wanted to record it, but I thought, I'll just learn how to play real quick first. And then after about half an hour and being super aggravated from dying so many times, I had to just give up. Oh no. Okay, that was half a minute, not halfway to 100 seconds. I'm not even a third way through this yet. I'm having all sorts of problems. This is a great break also if you're looking for a game to kind of break up the monotony of everything, because as you can tell, it doesn't take too long to get through one death. And Endless, there's only one life, so it goes by pretty quickly. A lot of this just reminds me of old video games, how the controls are super simple, the idea behind the game is super simple. It's not too difficult at first to understand and play, but if you want to advance it all, it really ramps up. Much like the old Nintendo games or Atari games, how early on it's laid out as very simple as anyone that can pick it up. Mom, dad, kid, grandma, grandpa. But if you want to be good at it, you really have to improve quickly, and the learning curve is steep. One game that was like that was pretty much any Atari game, how a lot of the things got time-based much like this is you have to learn the patterns, and you have to learn what way to go and what way to turn without dying. And then, oh geez, 42. And then you also have to learn to keep it cool, which I'm not doing all that great right now. I'm really hoping to get to the 100 seconds on camera. I may have to cut bits and pieces out as I record. But right now this is just a great break from everything else that I've been working on. Had a not fun day at work today. It seemed like everything I touched did not end well. I'm not saying this is ending well, but it's nice to just kind of relieve steam. My guess on the name of Pivvot is you just kind of pivot around 42. I don't know how to beat that one. You just kind of pivot around the circle, and to me it looks like a spotlight almost. I don't know what it's supposed to be. That's just kind of what it looks like to me. Nope, you can't go that way. So it's really simple. I don't know if I've heard another song or not. Oh yeah, I guess I have. My mind's just been telling me that I've been hearing the same thing over and over again because I just get so pulled into what's going on the screen. I need to start listening to the music because the creator of this game has written music for other games, so he really knows what he's doing musically wise. And off playing this, it shows that he really knows what he's doing on creating a game also. I looked at the help. I don't know if you guys saw that on the control system, but the help really didn't do anything for me. I don't know if it's something with the download that I got, but there was nothing to help. Maybe that's to just also aid in destroying your spirits on playing this game. I have been looking at other games similar to this and just that are difficult, because currently right now the only other LP that I'm doing is Minecraft, and in that game if you die you can kind of go get your stuff again, and you just kind of build stuff, and it's not always too aggravating or intense. Dang it. It's not too intense at many times unless you're fighting the dragon or the wither or anything like that. So I was wanting to find a game that would be a little bit more intense at times. I know this isn't like a per se intense game, but for me while I'm playing it, there are the times the second right before I die that gets pretty aggravating and it gets my heart beating. So it's fun to play. It's the type of game that you can't really just be good at unless you're really good at video games. I used to be when I was younger. Now I'm much older. That is no longer the case. Reaction time isn't as good as it once was. I'd like to think that my problem solving is just as good as it was. Dang it. Alright. So I'm 42 out of 100, which sounds terrible because I played this game before. I played it for like half an hour or so. I don't know how long. Maybe it was much longer because I know there's a lot of games that the half an hour in what our mind thinks is actually in reality a couple hours. But you'd think if I played for a few hours I'd at least be good at this game by now. The one thing about the Voyage is you run into the same puzzle just like that triangle one about 4 or 5 times in a row before you run into something new. And so that's kind of nice. This one, I'm learning the pattern of what's coming and how to kind of deal with each one. But actually remembering what's left and right and dealing with it is two completely different things. Alright, that one's interesting. I like that one. This one fairly simple, as well as this one. This one reminds me of pills, and this one I die on. Oh, beat it. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Balls. I need to swing, right? Okay. I don't know if I'll be able to beat that one that's been giving me problems again or not. So we'll get to that. We'll die a few more times. and I may just rage quit this endless and go back to Voyage. Oh geez, I'm used to every other boom 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 switching. That one didn't do that. Okay, 22. I actually feel like I am getting decent at this game. I know it's just a false sense of security. It's just oh so unforgiving. Oh no! Okay. Yeah, the gameplay is much like Tetris. Starts out real simple, real easy, ramps up, same type of idea, but just gets a lot more difficult. Tetris though, you can come back from a loss a little bit. But odds are if you're at the point in Tetris to where you're gonna go down a little bit, you're not gonna recover from it, very likely, unless you purposely did it. This, you got a split second to come back. Most of the time I don't. I think I might have once so far. So this game's really interesting, great idea, very simple in mind. It's something that I really like. Except for that, I really hate that part. No, I do enjoy it. So this game is Pivvot. It seems to be super interesting to me. I know I keep saying that, but I'm trying to stay focused on the game so don't die too many times like that. Alright. And there's not a whole lot that goes on the screen that I can talk to you guys about or mention. So I may just ramble about personal stuff and what's been going on in that. We'll hear in a second. Next time I die, we'll see if I can get any further right here. I'll just remain quiet for this section. Okay, I really don't think talking or non-talking makes me any better or worse. So I'll tell you guys a few things. One thing is, I have a couple kids. Recently we started to try and potty train one of them, the 1-year-old. She really wasn't talking a whole lot before that until we started to potty train. And then she mastered the word no. The first day I got to just hang out with her by myself and try and do it while my wife went to town with the older one. And this younger kid, the 1-year-old, does not like to go to the bathroom at all. Oh no, there we go. I knew what to do there too. So anytime I'd ask her if she had to go to the bathroom, she would tell me no, and I had a timer set up on my phone so I would know when to take her, at least every 40 minutes or so. And needless to say, she refused to go. One time I asked her and she said no, she didn't have to go, and then she laid down on the ground and acted like she was asleep right then and there where she was at, which is not really something that she normally does. So that was kind of something different for her. And then balls. And then I think twice after immediately taking her, she just went on the floor. So that was a little bit aggravating, a little bit frustrating. But it is a learning process, much like what's going on here. I'm getting to a lot of frustrating points, and it's a learning process. But hopefully, eventually, I make it to that 100-second mark. And then I'll have one of the 4 things unlocked for, I already forgot what it's called. Brutal or Carnage. Havoc. I'm drawing a blank now what it was. But one thing that would make this game a lot easier to control, I don't know if many of you guys will remember what it is. It's the old Atari paddle. And no, I'm not referring to controllers as paddles like some people do. It's the Pong style controller. If I remember, I'll pull up a picture of it sometime on the video, or at least link to it. It's the controller with the ball in the center that you turn left and right, clockwise or counterclockwise to control with. And then there's also a button on it. Since this just says But right now, it just seems like a beautifully made game.